Man, I am so tempted to jump in that right now. I don't think I can swim in there. Or maybe I can. I'm really not too sure. But what's up, you guys? Chet-guthrie, the Dream Poet here. Coming to you all from beautiful Bryson City, North Carolina. In the vlog before this one, y'all saw that I did the Andrews rail tours. By the way, that was one of the most coolest things ever. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Anyway, I can't say. Anyway, long story short, I'm slipping on my words a little bit, but that was cool. But anyway, guys, since we were right in the area, we weren't far away, I figured we would check out a few places in Bryson City. There are a few cool things to do here. Most notably the train, the rafting just behind me. But one of the things I wanted to see today was the Appalachian River's Aquarium. There's about 4,000 gallons of water, and all these tanks contain fish and salamanders from the eastern part of the United States. Well, of course, the Appalachian Mountains. Yes, my home area, my mountains. And also, the Fly Fishing Museum of the Southeastern Appalachians is here too. And by the way, the cool part about this thing is, you guys, these attractions are free. Or I should say, they're free, but donations are greatly appreciated. It's stuff like this that keeps attractions like this open and free to the public. Really cool stuff. Just stuff that represents our community in the Appalachian Mountain region. But having said that, check out the painting on this trout. That is gorgeous. I don't know who did this, but this is some really great showmanship. And not only that, they have not one, but two. This looks like this is a normal painted trout. It's really pretty. Ed Cosiola. Anyway, I'm not gonna butcher his name, but native speckled trout. So this is what this type of trout is. It is a native speckled trout. So without further ado, you guys, let's get inside and let's check this place out. Usually it's open from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. looks like Wednesday through Saturday. Anyway, I'm looking forward to this. I like fish. The moment that I walked in here, I was immediately hit by the smell of pine. And I don't know what it is, but I just love the smell of pine boards. It makes you feel like you're one with nature, or staying in a cabin, or at an aquarium. Let me see. This is Kephart and Massa, aka Biggie and Baby. So in this tank, you have the hellbenders. And by the way, they are an endangered species, I believe, throughout the entire United States, or the eastern United States. But I'm not seeing them. But then again, they like to. Oh, look! I found him, and he's just hiding. He's like, no, you can see his little hand. We might come back to him in a moment. I'd like to see them walking around a little bit. And this right here is the American toad. He's like, no, stop filming me. I see these guys at the cabin all the time. They're very interesting. And beside the toad, we have a new exhibit that is coming. I don't know what it is though, but there's water in it. So it looks like there might be something big that's coming. You know what would be cool if they could get it? A sturgeon. Like a big giant lake sturgeon. So I believe sturgeon are in the Appalachian Mountain. No, they are. Pardon me. They are part of the Appalachian mountain streams. I think streams. I know at least rivers. And this big old boy right here, this is Billy Bass. And he is a giant spotted bass. He's like, why are you filming me? Leave me alone. Still, he's really cool though. It's interesting. He's been watching my camera like, well, he's still doing it. He hasn't moved. maybe he's just very photogenic. And we got some little bluegill right here. I think it's a bluegill. No, I think it might be a warmouth. They look very, very similar to a bass. And I don't know, that flathead looks like he's either playing dead or, well, or maybe he's just hiding. Still, I like that one little guy that's swimming right there. And oh my God, that is the biggest bluegill I have ever seen. I don't know what they've been feeding him, but size comparison, there's my hand. That's one of the biggest panfish I have ever seen. Native sunfish and the sunfish species. And that is an impressively sized bluegill. And beneath big old boy's tank is another bluegill, I believe. I'm sorry, it's just one of the biggest bluegill I've ever seen. Yeah, looks like he's hiding. And just overhead, looks like they've got a little bit of taxidermy. Quite a few more bluegill. And right on top of that, they've also got some flotation devices. I guess stuff to really just to fit the atmosphere. By the way, look at the size of that largemouth bass that they got on the wall there. That is big. Actually, this guy that's right beneath that taxidermy, he's also pretty darn big. Look at these over here. That is a very largemouth. Did you know that largemouth bass and smallmouth bass, they are not a true bass species. They're actually a part of the sunfish family. I guess these guys really like to watch the cameras. Here we got some rock bass. Obviously you can tell the difference between a rock bass and a normal bass by their color. That guy's just trying to get away. It's like, hey Bob, what are you doing, Bob? I don't know, Bob. Okay, let's see if we can't find ourselves a hellbender. Oh wait, there's one right there. I believe this is the other one. Just, you can obviously tell that their eyes are very small. Their sight isn't all that great. And what they do is they absorb oxygen through their skin. Like they've got like skin that's really flappy. And anyway, that's why they need very clean mountain streams. I'm sorry, he's just like, what are you doing? And this is interesting. Look what they have overhead. Now, I'm honestly not too sure what this is. In the comments below, let me know. I would really like to know what this thing is. I think it's supposed to be some kind of, maybe some kind of river tool, maybe. That's something maybe an engineer or somebody be using to work on the river or a road or something, maybe. Really, I'm not too sure. There's a trout right there. Beneath the trout, this is another rock bass. Look how big his mouth is. I think it's obvious these fish really like people, because so far every single fish that I have come across in this this aquarium, they have they've been really rather smiley for the camera, like this guy. And in the tank below it, we have a rock bass named Rumple. And Rumple is a really big fish. Actually, he would be a champion, well, I won't say champion, he would be a tournament worthy bass, because he's big. Although, he looks kind of shy, because he's basically just hiding in that one spot. Oh, that's what that thing is that's overhead. That thing. That is a, let's see. Hatchery fish are transferred from trunk to barrel gravity carriers device down the cable until the piston strikes, strapper, release latch, barrel tilts, depositing fish into water. Worker retrieves the attached rope. Oh, so this thing is used for trout hatcheries and stuff. And in this one, speaking of trout, we have some trout in here. Look at that guy. That is a tiger trout. he's just keeping himself. No. He's like, hey, buddy. How you doing, buddy? Maybe again, I say, I think these fish are very, very much accommodated to liking people. Because this guy has followed me so far. I love these fish. These fish are super friendly. And here in this one, here are some rainbow trout. Although there is a, see? They all come up to you. It's like, they're like almost like dogs in a way. They're super friendly. Although I just see one rainbow trout in here. I don't see any more than that. Isn't that right, my tiger trout friend? And here's Sally, the spotted salamander. So this one has a few salamanders. Oh, look. Spotted salamander right there. Right there. Kind of laying on a rock. Oh, and to be more specific on my trout friend right here, his name is Striker. He has so far been the friendliest trout I've seen so far at this aquarium. Oh, cool. And they've also got a poster of all, well, or at least of North Carolina fish species, which is about the same as East Tennessee, really. Except East Tennessee, well, yeah, never mind. I was gonna say Tennessee's also got alligator gar, but alligator gar are on the western end. Salamander, more salamander, frogs, and more frogs. And by the way, if you want to support this aquarium, if you feel like you want to make a donation or even buy some products, they are selling trout that you can buy. They've got trout, they've got water bottles. Looks like they've kind of got a little bit of everything. I like this this aquarium. It's small, it's homely, but at the same time, I mean, this is cool. And by the way, I just noticed that. Look at the river otter. And it looks like you can, oh, never mind. I was gonna say, maybe it went somewhere, but it doesn't. But looks like we've got some more tiger trout and another tiger trout just swimming and enjoying a nice breezy day.
It feels like a bass too. It feels like
I like that museum. That was really cool. But now that we have seen that, let's check out the fly fishing museum. I'm curious to see what a museum like that would look like. Oh well, we're about to find out. Oh, and I really like the smell of this place. A very nice pine smell. Here is a history of southern Appalachian fly fishing history.
I got that for you. Open it.
Let's see, Thaddeus Norris, 1811 to 18, Horse the Trail of Tears, 1868, Eastern Band of the Cherokee Indian, recognized by Congress. So there are a lot of a lot of logging. There we go, logging. Here's some other stuff of the Southern Appalachians. Kind of gives you an idea of some other stuff about the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, the Appalachian Trail. A lot of interesting stuff. Oh, wow. This is awesome. Like, check out these fly rods. The modern fly rod build. Followed by a painting of a trout. A split cane for rod making. These, looks like these are what they used to look like at the turn of the century. And of course, you gotta have the vest if you're gonna do fly fishing. That's just how it is. What is rod building? Fly rod building is the art of constructing a fly rod to match the performance desires of the individual angler. What is rod making? That's very interesting. This is so cool. Oh, dude. I guess that's the guy who built it. Looks like this tells a little bit more about this giant boat. The first locally built Mackenzie-style drift boat utilized by an outfitter to guide anglers in the southern Appalachians occurred in the mid-1980s on the Hiwassee River. Oh, I remember that. Okay. It was owned and operated by Captain Gary and Wanda Taylor. Rather than ordering a boat from Oregon, the modern or the wooden Mackenzie style was handmade in his cabinet shop. So that is amazing. This trout boat, or this trout fishing boat, is all handmade, and it came from not far away in my neck of the woods. In fact, I know a guy who sails or has operated one of these. You see him, you see him every now and then on the Hiwassee River. But again, look how all that was made, down to the seats. Down to the rudder. Look, fiberglass. You put fiberglass on the end of that. Looks like there's trout taxidermy. It looks like that was caught in Steel Creek back in 1972. It looks like you also got some other things that trout would eat, like a crawfish or bugs or even leeches. Then you got more display cases. Author of Worldwide Angler, H.L. Leonard, got his book. Also, you've got some signed stuff that he did. Phil Bracewell, Trout Unlimited. Oh yeah, Trout Unlimited. I forgot about that. I haven't thought about Trout Unlimited since I was in school. Nestor Bucktail Frog. These old school photos are really, really cool. I like that one of West Virginia. I like West Virginia. West Virginia is a cool state. Now this is an interesting display. Many people dedicate their time, passion, and energy into the creation of this museum. Oh, cool. Anyway, it shows someone's office. Like entomology. Or a rooster. Or turkey feathers. Kind of reminds me of one of my old school university professors, one of their offices. And right above them, they've also got trout. They've got the brown trout, they've got the rainbow trout. God, that is a big white crappie. I'd like to catch something like that. Brown trout and the rainbow trout. And here on this wall, looks like they've got various other models. Kind of like giving examples of what you would expect of these old school fly models. By the way, I apologize. It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to hear in here. It's kind of hard to hear in here. And by the way, look at these. Those fly fishing baskets are really, really cool. Different types. Well, that's interesting. This guy's name is Cato. He is a fly fishing dummy. Get it? Fly fishing dummy. Because he loves fishing that much. This was awesome. I was not expecting to see something that cool. in the fly fishing, or in a fly fishing museum. And as I was saying, I do apologize, it did get kind of loud in there. I hope you all didn't hear me or managed to hear me. But anyway, you guys, remember, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. Always means a lot. Goes to show that y'all care. Now y'all want to see more awesome videos. So without further ado, you guys, this vlog is over.